Welcome to the second module on how I overcame pornography in less than 30 days. So, you cannot begin the work of releasing an addiction until you acknowledge that you are addicted. So, until you acknowledge that you are addicted to something, you cannot begin the healing process. You cannot heal what you are not aware of. Like, you cannot control what you don't know exists. So until you acknowledge it, until you realize that you have an addiction, it is not possible to diminish its power. When you struggle with an addiction, especially porn, you deal directly with the healing of your soul. You deal directly with the matter of your life. Porn activates the part of the brain that is called the reward center. It's also called dopamine. Dopamine is the feel-good chemical. That's why when you watch a porn video, you go back to watch more, because a part of you just feels, you know what, I have had something called mental ejaculation. I feel good, I feel better, I've released. And then you move on for some hours. Sometimes a few hours after you are back, because your brain is wired to feel good. But this time around, you're feeling good in the wrong way. Your feeling good is wrongly executed. Before I go in to give you steps on how I was able to recover, and what I think that is a fantastic template, scientifically and practically, I think that I should give you some statistics. So let's look at the statistics. There's the statistics by an organization called Covenant Eyes. Covenant Eyes instructively states that 40 million Americans search for porn at least once a month. 55% of them are married men, 25% married women report viewing porn once a month. In fact, 93% of boys and 62% of girls are exposed to porn before 18. Before a child becomes an adult, 93% of boys and 62% of girls are exposed to porn. 14% of boys and 9% of girls before age 13. Are you also aware that every second more than $3,000 whooping dollars is spent on internet porn? Another statistics by NCOSE says teenage girls are significantly more likely to actively seek out porn than 25 years old and above. Teenage girls. In 2015, a meta-analysis of 22 studies from 7 countries found that internationally, the consumption of porn was significantly associated with verbal and physical aggression. Have you ever wondered why rape is on the increase? You're hearing about Me Too movement. Can you see how people are internally wired to begin to see women as holes to be penetrated, not to be respected? Porn sites receive more regular traffic. This is very instructive. Porn sites receive more regular traffic than Netflix, Amazon, and Twitter combined each month. Amazon, Netflix, and Twitter each month, combined the 3 of them. It's not up to the visitors. I mean, it's not up to the human beings who visit porn site. This is according to HuffPost. According to Pornhub Analytics says the teen category has topped porn site searches for the last 6 years. I mean, Pornhub, if you know what Pornhub is the largest, actually, porn site in the world. Pornhub is saying teen porn has topped the porn site in the last 6 years. Teen porn. Who are the consumers of teen porn? Who are the actors and actresses in the teen porn? Parents. Let's go, we're going somewhere. Do you also know that recorded child exploitation, known as child porn, is one of the fastest growing online business? Child porn is one of the fastest growing online business. According to NBC News, porn is a global estimated $97 billion industry, with about $12 billion of that coming from the US alone. Wow. In 2018, more than 5.517, meaning more than 5.517, that's almost 5.6 billion hours of porn were consumed on the world's largest porn. This is by Pornhub Analytics. 5.6 billion hours. Hours supposed to be dedicated to work, dedicated to parenting, dedicated to life, dedicated to constructive things. 5.6 billion hours of porn. In that same 2019, the world's largest free porn site also received 33.5 billion site visits. Can you hear the staggering numbers? 33.5 billion site visits. This is still according to Pornhub Analytics. Finally, Pornhub Analytics says lesbian was the most searched word or most searched for porn term on the world's largest free porn site. The word lesbian was the most searched porn term on the world's largest porn site. That is the data from the US. Are you ready to hear the data from Nigeria, where I reside? Join me in the third module as I discuss the data for porn in Nigeria, and then we begin to talk about how to overcome our porn addiction. I have been there and I can help you get out. Thank you.